Hey, you know you don't mess up, don't you?
What you talking about?
You know you don't mess up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
See this right here?
Yes.
See all that? See the dude?
I don't know who this is.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Okay. So what you in it for?
See, I be trying to do everything right, but they won't get up and get turned for me. They won't get up and dance for me. They won't get up and do nothing. They won't support me, but they'll support that other crew. They'll get up and get turned for that other crew. They don't buy my music, but they'll buy that other crew music. Man, listen to my lyrics. What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you glory? I'm so sick and tired of y'all Christian rapper time. Let's unite. Then when it's wartime, ain't none of y'all unequipped to fight. You say you ride for Christ. You say you die for Christ, but you can't even check your own clip. That girl right there's a dyke, and you got so hurt by the church that you wanna hear from nobody. Can't nobody teach you nothing. You too proud in your body. Ain't no excuses. I'm throwing deuces at you, Lil Wayne and Boosies. You cheating 'cause you think she thicker with a little bigger booty. What you wearing shades in the building for? Is it 'cause you higher? You wanna look like a gangster? What you walk around with that lean cup for? Is it 'cause you higher? You wanna look like a gangster? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you really? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you really? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I'm big fame. What you really? Ready for the gear and the gold? Are you really in it to say so? Now you wanna use cussing in your rapping on Facebook, but ain't no such thing as no halfway crook. You either Christian or you not, either stand or get dropped, or you could be just like swine, go out there and eat slop. I refuse to let that one of y'all come in God nation, thinking that you gon' change it. That right there's abomination.
With us and every other show on 108 Praise Radio, man. We got an awesome guest tonight. Got that boy Chosen in the building.
What's happening? What's happening?
Good friend, man. You know what I mean? Truly about the Lord, man. And he ain't got no problem with speaking on it and saying what he got to say when it comes to standing up for the Lord, man. And I like that.
Amen.
But you know, we're going to jump it out, man. This your boy Mark 11.
Hey, it's your boy Stoney Hill.
Hey, you know you got your boy Cat 9 in the building. Them royalty boys. What's up, fellas?
Good, man. What's happening, man?
Hey, man, this marvelous Monday, jumping off July. Hey,
Yes,
I got to throw out there first. I just celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Happy
Okay,
birthday.
yeah, kind of getting up through there.
Man, hey, it's been good, man. So, you know, we're going to see what this age talking about.
Okay, yeah. All right, man. Yeah, like you don't move into a whole nother bracket.
Hey, officially, for real. But yeah, man, they ain't been good, though, bro.
That's good, man. That's a blessing to see another one, man. But Chosen, man, no further ado. Tell the people, man, who is Chosen?
A friend. That's who I am. I'm a friend. Just cool, down to earth. But don't really put up with too much stuff that when it comes to God, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm one of those, I guess you could call old school ones, the one that
Absolutely.
you know, stand there for what I need to stand there for, and you know, that's it. You know?
Short and sweet, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little more conversation out tonight, though. A little more conversation out tonight, man, because you got a lot to say, man. You might not say it in person, man, but, hey, you put that pen in that pad, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That pen in that pad be telling it, don't it? That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
So, man, you know, it's a big controversy, man, about your video, man. That thing had a whole lot of views, bro. I don't know if you was on to some marketing. That thing got a whole lot of views, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, so you know I'm looking at the video, man. You know the buzz in it. I go look at the video, boom, okay, we see all these folk. We count them down. They on the list. Okay, they go old boy. They go old boy. They go old boy. They go old boy. And I say, oh, they go Mark 11, Cat 9, and Stony Hill on that wall.
It took me a while to see myself. Though,
You see what I'm saying?
Mark said, "That you."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You old
That
now.
go them
Ain't
old.
missing.
Yeah, man. So you know, man, me being the man I am, man, I hit you personally like,
That's
man,
right.
okay, man,
That's
ain't no
right.
problem in the chosen.
And you know what I
I
said?
mean, I
Nope.
thought we were the home team.
And that's right. That's right. And
So-
that's what it is.
So, you know, I had to holler at you, man, to be real with you, man, and say, man, what's going on with this song, man? Because it's very controversial.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Some
it
names being said.
is. Yeah, I even had people hit me up in the inbox, man, and say some stuff, but I let it slide. But y'all know who y'all are. But you know, I let it slide. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, man, just give people the understanding, man, of this video and the concept of it, man, because they might, you know, be feeling a little sideways about it and be looking at you some kind of way like you got some kind of beef, but it really ain't about that.
Nah, it ain't, man. Where this come from, man? I know I talk to a lot of artists, just like when we do shows, we'll go to the side, especially me and you.
Yes, sir.
We'll go to the side and talk, and I get tired of hearing it wasn't a lot of people out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this, that. It was just constantly whining about, and I'm like, but you didn't enter this game to be known. You entered this game to save souls and to go into places where people wouldn't go.
Absolutely.
Now, to me, this is what, and I even hate the category it this way, and that's hip hop. You know, I don't like the category it that way. I just say Christian rap, but in Christian rap, I think we like the front line because we should be the ones that's not scared to speak our voice and scared to stand up for what we believe.
Absolutely.
So we're the front line, and I feel like, you know, we're supposed to be in them trenches, but, you know, people whining about people not being here. It's not a lot of people here. I'm tired of this Christian rap because ain't nobody supporting.
They're right.
You know, the other artists won't get up and you know, show they love, or people won't. Just different stuff like that, man. And so I started thinking, and I'm thinking about all that, and then just stuff I see on Facebook that people do, and you know,
Hey, man,
that's
you
where it
cutting
came
man.
from.
What
So
you
I
cutting
called
it, man. What they doing? They doing, bro.
I ain't cut.
What they doing, bro?
You gonna start some stuff, man.
What they doing, man?
I see.
Beware if
all right,
you
we're
step
gonna
into
put
Christian
it
hip
like
hop.
this.
Beware.
I see people up on Facebook that's with this with females and you're not saved, but that's not your wife.
That's right.
Or you don't even have a wife, but you cuddled up with this female and cussing on Facebook or I you know, don't be honest with you. I'm the type of person where like when I pray for someone, I don't put that on Facebook. Because that's an intimate thing between me and that person.
In the cloud.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know, I see people doing that. You know, it's just all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, what are they really in it for? Like, what you really in it for? You know, and that's where it came from. So, you know, instead of calling out one person, I felt like it was to call out everybody and ask them to make them look in the mirror and say, what am I in this for?
Collectively.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, even me, you'll get to a point where you like, you know, why am I doing this? You know, you'll ask yourself that, and then you have to check yourself, and you have to put yourself. So when it was for me too, but at the same time, you know, it was for a lot of artists that just whine, and I'm just like,
yeah. Shout out to the crybabies, man.
yeah, exactly. Salute.
I mean,
But yeah, man. So that's where that came from, man.
okay,
You know?
all right.
Yeah,
Well, it
so-
came from a good place, man. Wasn't no beef, no animosity.
No beef.
It's just the fact that if you're doing it for the Lord, why such a problem?
Why? Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
I got you.
Some people took it to the heart, though.
Absolutely.
You know, like you and two other cats called me and asked me, and I'm like, man, that right there, man, you earn so much respect for me. Like,
Man,
for real.
I said, ain't no way Chosen trying to do that, man. I don't believe. I
and
don't
I
even
said-
believe
He
that.
actually
I
said
told-
that.
I don't
in the
even
car.
believe
He said,
that.
it can't be that. It can't be that.
Nah, it definitely ain't that.
Nah, and I
man.
told my wife, I
that
said,
ain't his character. Man.
Nah, I told my wife, I said, the real one's gonna call. I said, they're gonna hit me up and be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? And that's what happened. The real ones called. The ones who didn't like it, either shot little side shade or whatever they did.
Okay.
You know, a so-called blackball or whatever you want to call it, man. Certain stuff
I
like
thought
that.
there wasn't no supporters. How they blackball?
Exactly. So,
Okay, all right.
but I'm just saying, it was a lot of that, man. And I just like, okay, cool. You know, we'll make our own lane. You know,
Absolutely.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah, man.
definitely. I saw the video in my mind. I'm like, you couldn't have picked a better picture of it? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Man. I'm just joking.
Hey, to be honest, I'm trying to see, did I do it or did my kids do it? I think my kid was going on my page and they was taking a picture of all the artists. Yeah. I don't know if I did it or they did it, man, because I did some, but then they did it and we screenshot them and I printed. So, you know, okay. Yeah. I feel you though, man.
I'm just messing around, man.
That's my fault.
But in all honesty, man, I'm happy to have you here, man. Like I've been telling Mark, I've been looking forward to this interview for maybe about 6 weeks or so.
Wow.
So I'm just happy to have you here. Now, most people, I'm going to go ahead and say it, most people think I am the talkative one. Mm-hmm. Most people think I'm the one, I guess because I do all the silly stuff on stage or whatever. They think I'm the talkative one. But, I mean, Mark and Kai tell you straight up, I don't say much talking. Yeah. I usually stay in the background. I usually peep the scene. Mm-hmm. But when I met you, I'm not going to lie, I was in the background peeping the scene. Yeah. And then when I finally actually did come up and talk to you, I was like, this guy is pretty cool. I like what he on. He seemed to be about Jesus. So as I kept going on and meeting you more, I was like, I like this guy. Right. And I don't tell very many folks that. Like I even told Mark and Carl, like, Chosen, that's a good dude. Right? Right. Yeah, right. Now, not to say everybody ain't good. Don't get me wrong. Everybody, there's some good people out there. Okay, so don't get mad at Stony Hill. But no. But you know, you got the group Made for Christ, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit more as we get on. But there's a song, okay, and I just love the song because y'all know, most people know I like to turn up from time to time, and it's that Yahweh. Yeah. That Yahweh song.
That thing is a hit. Yeah.
I remember sitting down when I first heard it. I said, boy, I looked over at Kyle, looked at Mark. I said, they got them one. But in all its honesty, the video, if you haven't seen it, man, go to YouTube, check it out. I just got a question, man. Yeah. There's a character in there.
Yeah, man.
Character in there named Willie.
Yeah.
Now, we gonna ever see any more of Willie, or was that a one-time thing, man?
That's a one-time thing. That's a one-time.
One and done.
That's stepping out of character, trying to, man. Yeah, that's a one-time thing. You ain't getting that one no more. I pray to God you don't get that one no more. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I was just wondering, man, because I was about to say I might have to call Willie out to beat Macaroni Tony one day or something. I don't know.
Dilly, you can give him now. Dilly, he'll come out, but now Willie, he don't retire.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, man, y'all go check that out on YouTube. Yahweh Made for Christ. But on a serious note, man, growing up, I was actually born and raised in the church. Yeah. You know, my grandma pastor, my dad was a minister of music, all that. Yeah. You got the background from what I read in the bio. I mean, you got some street about you. Yeah. All right. Now, I hear a lot of Christian hip hop nowadays. I hear a lot of them. Mm-hmm. We finna go out here to these streets. Mm-hmm. All right? Finna go out here to these streets. And I feel comfortable asking you this question because I know you see both sides. Mm-hmm. But for someone like me, I'm not gonna be, I see the importance of going to the streets. Let's get that straight. They need to be saved. There's some folks out there that need to hear Jesus. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes it's so much focus on that you don't hear about, let's encourage the people in the church. Yeah. And some Christian hip-hop artists, in my opinion, have a problem with going in the church. Yeah. So I guess my question is right here. How do we find that balance between meeting the folks in the church and meeting the folks in the streets? And I say this in a sense because I say it all the time. You wouldn't go up to Fred Hammond and say, you're not going out to the streets to meet these folks. Yeah. You're going to let Fred Hammond do what he do.
Exactly.
Although, I do think that you got to find a balance. So how do you find that balance between the streets and the church?
Short, simple. They got to get to know each other. I'm just going to be honest. Like, you know, there's some, and I'm not saying all, but there's some people in the church that, you know, all they do is gossip.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And they just talk about, they see a person dressed a certain way, and they are what they are. Mm-hmm. And I know cats that dress just like they're in the street, but they got a master's degree. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but you wouldn't know that if you were just going off their appearance. Mm-hmm. But then again, let's flip that. I know some dudes that's in the streets that look at certain people in the church, and they say he got a suit on. he must not be from the streets. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
he gonna come to me with this Jesus thing, and he gonna act like he better than me. So it's the thing of giving each other a chance and saying, hey, let's talk. You know what I mean? And the church got to have them doors open. You know what I mean? And then us, you know, street cats got to be able to know how to come in and act. You know what I mean? Sit down and act. Don't let your that heart get into it to the point where just because you didn't like the answer, you want to show out or whatever. We just got to get to know each other and really sit down and talk. You know,
Grown man conversations.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's exactly what it need to be.
True.
You know, and I think the church need to be open. I think they need to be open and let people. We were talking about this earlier, but I think they need to let people know they've been there before. You know what I mean?
Right.
I failed too. You know what I mean? I slept with this girl, that girl. I did this, I did that.
Right.
But we won't do that. We play the perfect role. You know what I mean? And somebody on my right. You know what he said. I'm gonna let him say that one. But you know what he said. But yeah, man, it's but we need to get to know each other, man.
Right.
Absolutely. So
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, man, totally agree. So, my brother, man, I met him for the first time, and they say you can't judge a book by its cover. That's true to a degree.
Yeah.
I can say for one thing, looking at it, you can see that he's a solid dude.
Yeah.
I mean, a real solid dude. You know what I mean? And when I talked to him and got a chance to meet him, and you're looking at it from the outside, but then once you start to have that conversation, as you were just saying, you just see like the heart of a person.
Right.
And I can say that when I started talking with you, I saw your heart.
Yeah.
And it ain't as all hard and rocked up as it may look from the outside.
Right.
It's a tender, should I say, the Lord just made it tender to where it's just,
exactly.
you can see the spirit and feel the spirit coming off this brother when you have a conversation with him, man. It's just real genuine. But at the same time, like he said earlier in the briefing, if it's some nonsense, you're going to get a whole nother side.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got a background. But at the same time, moving ahead, man, let's talk a little bit about just what it took for you and just your journey with the Lord. And, what it came to me this way. How did God reveal himself to you in order for you to make that change? And, because we all go through our experience and, even reading Old Testament times about how God revealed himself. And then, they gave him these different names that we use today, like Jehovah Jireh, because of a certain event and certain expectations that, people were having. And I'm pretty sure that there were some things maybe going on in your life and, you had that encounter.
Yeah.
How did God reveal himself to you?
Oh, man, a couple of times. It's just I wasn't listening to that last time. But, it's one incident when, and I know you hear this all the time, but gun put in my face. And I was set up, I had one incident where I was set up, and we went to go, my background, I gangbang. And I was a leader of a gang, Gangster Disciples. And we went to go help one of my homeboys. I didn't know he had switched over to blood. And that was like our arch enemy. So we went, and it's a certain area, I know you know about it, in Clayton, there's an area where it's a bowling alley on Old Dixie. And we went behind the bowling alley at Turtle Creek. They used to call it Turtle Creek. We parked the cars there. So I think we was going to park the cars there and walk up with the strap and everything. So we walk over, and then it's a skate ring. Right there's a skate ring over. And so we went over to the skate ring. Come to find out, he wasn't there. But he said he was going to get jumped. It was a lot of bloods out there. And we ended up leaving. But when we left, we went on the opposite way instead of going back the way we went. And they ended up setting us up and started shooting at us. We ended up running through we went out, tucking out through the woods. It was wood area, but I don't know if it's still there, but it was a lot of woods over towards the bowling alley. And we ended up taking off, and you just hear the bullet. Soon, I'm praying. As I'm doing it, I ain't gonna lie, I'm praying, God, don't let me get hit by a bullet. And so that was one incident. And then one where we end up going to this house trying to make a drug transaction, and dude ended up putting a pistol in my face and telling me to get up. Just little stuff like that. And one time I just got fed up and was finna try and take my own life. You know what I'm saying? I cocked
Yeah.
the pistol back and was finna put it up to my head and just, you know, pull it. And God was like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow.
But I still didn't listen, to be honest with you. Even after that, I didn't listen until I went to jail this last time. This is when I said I'm going to stop. And I had stopped banging, stopped doing everything. But I went back trying to sell a little weed. And I got locked up. And this is when I had my son, and my wife brought my son up to the jail, and he put his hand on the window, and when he did that, it crushed me. You know what I mean? It crushed me, because I was like, I always told myself I would never leave my kids. You know, unless
Right.
God called me
Right.
home, I never leave my kids. I won't. You know, I'm gonna be there for them, and that opened up my eyes and said, how you gonna be there for them if you behind bars?
Wow.
And that right there is what just said, bam. You know, and I left everything alone, dropped everything on one point, and just went straight from there. Yeah,
So it was time to run.
yeah,
Then.
it was time to run, but
Hey man, hey, keeping you.
yeah,
I see a covering as a shield, man. Cause
Yeah.
you talk
I
about
get
these
that to my moms.
these different gun encounters.
Yeah, I get that to
The
my
Lord had a
moms.
shield over you, man.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah,
all
he
right,
did.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
The Lord will protect us. Y'all better believe that.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's been in
Absolutely.
the trenches.
Yeah.
But as we continue moving along, we letting y'all know the phone lines are open, 770-988-6461. That's 770-988-6461. For any of you all that may have questions, that may want to just tap a little bit more into our brother Chosen and some things that you may want to know that maybe we're not addressing, the lines are open. But we're going to continue right on, man, and just to get to know the brother, man. And so you say kids, man.
Yeah.
Was that your only one? Like,
Nah,
okay.
I got
Family man.
Yeah, I'm a family man. I got 3 girls and 1 boy.
3 girls and 1 boy.
He hated. Yeah, he hated. Yeah, I got 3 girls, 1 boy, man. Yeah.
And so he learned a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he learned a real
Yeah,
lot being
yeah.
around women like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
That's all right, man. So I mean, as head of house,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, even the leader of Made for Christ, which is the organization that you have going on, like, what was that thing that the Lord dropped in your spirit as far as, you know, being? What was it, the example that the Lord dropped in you to show your family as a family man, and then also too with Made for Christ and being head of that organization as well?
Wow. Well, on my family part, it taught me. He dropped for me to tell them to stand. You know, no matter what you believe in and whatever you believe in, stand for it. Don't be a yes man. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Or we'll call him a transformer, where I like this right here because I'm over here with you. Then I get over here with you, I can't stand that. So don't be a stand for what you believe.
You see what I'm
You know, 100%. So
Yeah.
you know, he just taught me that, and just be bold. That's for both. You know, just be
Right,
bold.
right.
And when God tell you to speak, speak. Don't second guess and be like, for real? You know, nah, speak. He tell you to speak, speak. When he tell you to shut up, shut up. You know, and that's just being real.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely. All right, man. I want to just dig off into the fact, man, that being that you got the background that you do have, you know, I got a little understanding on that. We kind of know some of the same people
Yeah.
and things of that nature. But being that you went through the lifestyle you went through, how much more effective do you think you are because you had that lifestyle?
A lot. When it comes to the youth, understanding the youth and knowing where they come from and why they are in the gangs or why they decided to run with this clique or that clique, I understand why, you know. And, you know, that helped me, you know, to be able to relate to them.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right, man. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes, man, before this music come up, man. We're gonna just throw you under the bus one time. I'm going to throw you under the bus, bro. All right, man. Now, you called out one of the biggest Christian hip-hop artists there is on this song, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the biggest now.
Yeah, Lecrae.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, now, what kind of feedback did you get just for that line in general?
Honestly, to be honest, I got a couple of negatives, but most of them were positive. I think
Okay.
people, I'm going to be honest with you, I think people starting to see,
It's starting to wake up.
they're starting to wake up, man,
yeah.
and be like, hold on, this dude is doing some things that, you know, he shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? And, you know, I can't even remember, man, so I don't want to give you the exact number, but it was just a few that's like, I'm a hater.
Yeah.
You know, I hate because I can't get to where he at, and you know, this stuff in. I'm just like, dude, it wasn't nothing about that.
Right.
If it was like that, then it would have been on some other stuff. You know
what I'm saying.
It wasn't. But then, like I said, I got a lot of people that was just like, I feel like people are waking up, you know, and starting to realize that this man is not what he say he is. So. Yeah, and I want to clarify something. I mean, clear up something.
Clear it up.
When I said this incident about Dayton and Bizzle, that was not a diss. That was me telling them forever it is God over money. So I'm riding with them because they say that they won't go to that next level because you offering all this money, because they're not going to, you know, stop being who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a couple of people want to know what I meant by that.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, it wasn't a diss to them. I'd ride with them anytime.
Oh yeah, they uphold it well.
Yeah,
they uphold it well. Yeah.
It was just me saying, yeah, forever it is God over money. So just wanted to clear that one up.
Okay, man. So you letting it know for the record, man. There ain't no beef out there. We ain't got no Christian rappers beefing.
To me, that corny, man. That's corny.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to save souls, man.
Yeah. What you really in it for?
Yeah, for real. Now I'm trying to save souls. I'm trying to get people in the kingdom to ride with us, man. You know, that's it. You know.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I think it's about time we get into this music, man.
It's about that time.
Yes, sir. So I just want to say this might be my first time ever introducing a song into the music. I've been waiting for this for years. So yeah. So what we gonna play today? We gonna go with what you in it for?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
We done talked it up.
So
we done talked it up.
We done talked it up for a while. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now, the way I'm gonna do this, it's not my song, so I'm not gonna introduce it. I'm gonna put it on Chosen.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna let him introduce this song from the album Resurrection over there.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about that when we get back.
Yeah.
But introduce your song, man.
Hey man, y'all check it out. What you in it for? Ask yourself that.
Live on 108Praise Radio.
Wanna wait?
Word don't change, no, his word don't change. You a Christian first, look great, and I say it in your face. Just remember that it's blood on your hands and you gon' own it. Dating and Bizzle forever, it is God over money. I'm only saying what Christians thinking, but scared to say it. If you got a problem, we can sit down and talk like men. I was gangster, disciple then, and they kept out my life. Now I got Christ. You think when I hit them streets, I'm thinking twice. See, all I keep hearing you say is I fire your lyrics off. That sound like a full of yourself, degenerate superstar. Who cares about your bars? You taking that too far. God gave you that gift, but you acting like it is yours. What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you really? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you really? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you in it for?
Hey, you know you don't mess up, don't you?
What you talking about?
You know you don't mess up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
See this right here?
Yeah.
See all that? See the dude?
I don't know who this is.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Okay. So what you in it for?
See, I be trying to do everything right, but they won't get up and get turned for me. They won't get up and dance for me. They won't get up and do nothing. They won't support me, but they'll support that other crew. They'll get up and get turned for that other crew. They don't buy my music, but they'll buy that other crew music. Man, listen to my lyrics. What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you glory? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? What you really in it for? I think fame. What you glory? I'm so sick and tired of y'all Christian rapper time. Let's unite. Then when it's wartime, ain't none of y'all equipped to fight. You say you ride for Christ.
say, you got to tell the truth, man. That song go in though. I don't care what you say. You got to admit that song goes in.
Thing going in.
Man, as always though, when we come back, man, I like to give a shout out to all the listeners, everyone tuning in. I obviously cannot give everybody's name, but thank you for tuning in, man. Shout out to Shay Sims. Hey. Glad to see you following and listening to us. Racine, as always. Crystal, Testify, Audrey Henderson, Pops, thanks for tuning in. Miss Deidre Kadari, love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Petrula, it's so good to see you as well. Haven't heard from you in a while. Jaquay, God has been good to me. DJ Mac, thanks for tuning in. Miss Denise Favors, Daryl Washington, Connie Clark, man, we appreciate all the love. Please keep tuning in. Tell everyone you know. Mondays, 7 p.m., right here, 108 Praise Radio, the Aspiring Artist Showcase with them Royalty Boys. We super appreciate it. Now, getting back into it, because we're here to talk about the holy man right here, my man Chosen. Before we left, one of our listeners, Audrey in particular, wanted to know, how do you tell, and I actually want to know too, because you know I work with kids, what would be some advice? Because a lot of these kids nowadays, they just I don't know, their mind just want to go street. Maybe it's just what they see on the TVs and in the music or what have you. But what advice or acknowledgments would you give to them to help them steer another way or not go that route?
It depends on the individual. I can't say it works for everybody. Some people you can whoop their butt and they straighten up. Some you have to show them. Some just have to go out there and bump it, and you have to leave it in God's hand and hope that God just gonna lead them back. But to be honest with you, man, all you can do is just tell them the truth. I'll say that. Tell them the truth, man. If you ain't been there, then don't make up stories. You know, I remember certain people that I know that used to tell me certain things, and then when I found out the club wasn't what they said the club was, I find myself in the club every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then start trying to go on other weekdays. So, because the club wasn't what they said.
That thing was jumping.
Yeah, and I remember going there and scared as I don't know what. I ain't gonna say scared, just nervous. You know, I'm over here watching this dude. I'm watching everybody. Yeah, I'm watching them, and I'm like, if it go down, I'm gonna hit the first person, get up. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, one of my partners like, man, chill. It ain't like that, you know. And then I find out. So it's just being real, being true to that kid and letting them know. And if you ain't been there, then find someone that has been there. And, you know, and be real. And you know, these men. That's another topic, but these men need to step up, man, and be a man and raise these kids. And the women, you need to let them raise these kids, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's real now. I can't, that's that. I'm just,
it's just the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. It's the truth.
Well, that's what's up. Now, remember, you can post your questions here online, and we'll read them out if we can get to them. But you can also call in. So make sure you call in because we want to hear from you. The number is 770-988-6461. Once again, that number is 770-988-6461. Call in. We'd love to hear from you. Now, we brought you in here. We heard the music. Now, we got to talk a little bit about the music. I know we're having a little good time with these conversations because we can have that. But we got to talk a little bit about the music. Where did the idea for Resurrection Over Death come from?
To be honest with you, I put it up on Facebook and said I need a new title for my album. And got a couple of them. And I started looking up Resurrection Over Death. It was that one and another one. I can't even remember the name. But I started looking it over, and I was like, wow, that's me, Resurrection Over Death. I overcame, not like I'm saying I'm Jesus or anything, but when I feel like when you are out there in the streets, y'all, that's your sentence. It's death. Your sentence is death. That's it. Even if you in jail, you ain't doing nothing but just rotting away, waiting for yourself to die. Yeah, so your sentence is death. So I resurrected over that. And now I'm alive because I'm with God. You know what I'm saying? So, and then not only that, rod is the correction. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, that's why I decided to use, that. Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
R-O-D. Okay.
Yeah, and I actually was gonna ask you like, what's the acronym? Because I know sometimes the acronym itself will spell out another word, and you already answered. I was wondering, okay, did Rod have some significance as well? So
Exactly.
Correct. That's all right, man. So piggybacking off of that, as far as the title of the album, take us down the writing process and just how music comes to you, or even maybe the title of a song, or just your lyric and your writing process.
To be honest with you, I know you hear this all the time, but everybody made for Christ know this. I don't write anything now. I go in there and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I record, because I'll say the first 8 bars, whatever God give me, I say it, and then I stop when I ain't got nothing else, and I think, and I say, okay, God, what else do you want? I give the other 8 bars, if it's 16 or whatever it is, it's 12.
Right.
And then I'll do some more, and then I either take all that 32 bars or 16 bars, and then pull out what I want. Y'all know how to record and go. You pull out what you want.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you piece it together, whatever. Sometimes, though, most times it's just me putting what God want me to put. When it's a turn song, it's easy. I mean, it's so easy because I guess that's in our blood. Being from the A, we know how to turn up.
Okay.
But when it comes to really trying to reach somebody and get them to think, I'd be really cautious about that, and I just really let God just use me on that, because I don't want to get too crazy with it and then lose people. And then you know what I'm saying? So I have to I have to ask God to kill myself, my flesh.
Right.
And just let him talk and let him do what he do. And that's how I write. I mean, when I write, but that's how I put it down on the track.
So I mean, for you to say that, literally just making yourself an instrument, a vessel to be used, even in that moment.
Yes.
Man, you talk about exercising faith.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think many people can go in the studio and just come off the top like that and come up with something that people will want to hear, like what you in it for. You know what I mean? And so another one that we're gonna get into, hopefully we get into later on. Yeah, we love that Yahweh. But man, just listen to your sound, man. Like it's definitely dope. Y'all want to go check the album out. By the way, plug them into your social media, man, and where they can find some of your music, and just to be able to get in touch with Made for Christ and Chosen.
Okay, go to madeforchrist.com, the number 4, and if you go there, you go check out the bios, and once you click on our bios, it has all our information, each artist's information, from the Twitter account, Facebook, Instagram, everything. It's that simple. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, man, you have it right here. And last question, and pass it on to Mark. I wanted to ask you, man, just to tap a little bit more into the background. Like, how hard was it? And this actually one of the questions that one of the audience wanted to know. The crossover, like, what were some of the challenges that you found yourself dealing with as far as making that crossover from the secular side of things into gospel? Whether it be with just your walk or the music, whichever one you feel led to speak on.
Both. The music, it was just, should I be as rough as I was in the street? Come grimy and raw. And then when I find out God just wanted me to bring the same thing that I brought, that was easy. But my main goal is walking, because I'm not used to people saying certain things to me. I'm not a big bad person, like you say something. No, I'm not like that. You can dismiss me with that, because words don't bother me or anything. But at the same time, we know when people say something that if you was you before you was who you are now, they probably wouldn't 9 times out of 10 say what they say, and you have to bite your lip and just pray for them and let it go. And that's my biggest, to even this day, is letting people say certain things to you because they feel like you're a Christian now. So,
Oh yeah, he weak.
Yeah, he weak now. You just don't know. Like, there's 10 other people don't say what you just said, and you might be the one catch it.
Right.
So it's but man, I'm trying my best not to ever be that person ever again. And. Because I don't want people to say, see, I told you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But
You're going to be right there, too.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be right there. I'll see.
Yeah, so, but that's my biggest thing, man, is letting people say certain things. And another thing, and trying to put words together to where it does not offend people. Because I'm so used to just saying what I want to say. Like my wife get on me this all the time. She's like, yes, be yourself, but at the same time, just, say it in a way. To me, I feel like that's sugarcoating when you say it in a way.
Oh, yeah.
When they say be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful. Yeah, that's the word. Yes. Yes, man. So I'll be like, man, so. Yeah, that type. That's the only hard thing, man. It's that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, man, back to what you were saying. Pretty much, man, they say if you're scared, go to church.
Yeah, if you're scared, go to church, y'all.
That's what they saying. So they look at us already like, we done cowered out.
Yeah.
We done cowered out, man. The streets done built down. We ran to the church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But really, they don't realize we got the power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got the power now, man.
Yeah.
We got
Speak on
a mentality, that's all about getting somebody out the street.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so if you out there in the streets, man, you got a buddy, man, that is not encouraging you, he ain't trying to bring you on in,
Man,
there's a
speak on
problem with that.
Speak on it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just allowing people to be how they want to be, man.
Exactly.
Say something to them, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People need you. I don't care what the demeanor is. Like you said, you can't judge a book by the cover. The demeanor might say something totally different.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But as me and you know, when you catch them to the side, it'd be a whole different person.
Be a whole different person, man.
Whole different person.
different
When they get with the
Whole
crowd,
different
man, they gonna
person.
be,
they want to shine.
they
on
rouse. They rouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They big
yeah.
bad woo.
Yeah.
The crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put them on to the side, man. They be like, head be all down, they be
Yeah.
broken,
Yeah.
sad,
Yeah.
depressed.
They get to think, realize, dang,
Like,
So,
man, you
yeah,
just
you're
got to
right.
fit in ministry.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. Just be honest with yourself and be real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about being real.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of things going on, man. As far as like, I think I might have seen you mention something about people that have been in gangs, that you extend yourself and from a rehabilitation type standpoint to help them cross over. So how is that process going for you?
Man, it's hard. I ain't gonna tell you.
I
it's
can
easy.
imagine.
That thing is hard because you gotta understand when you, especially dealing with men, we very prideful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
we look at it like I'm still struggling. Like I told you, I'm still struggling. But we look at it like if we don't do what we used to do, then we soft. And we don't understand that. Like you said, man, we got a God that got our back. You know what I'm saying? And not a king, we got a God that has our back, man. And if we just took that same energy and put it into praying and let our enemies become our footstool, then that would, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. But we have this pride, man, that, and that's the thing that you have to get. Once you get rid of that man pride and he learns that what that pride is, that it's like cancer, then, you get past that, it's great. But man, we have a lot of pride, so it's hard.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. As men, we got to learn how to empty ourselves.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? We taking in so many outside influences, and somebody told us you had to be this certain way. You grow up as a man, and I'm not justifying these dudes wearing these tight pants and all that type of stuff. I'm just saying some things you just don't do as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like
that ain't a man. Y'all women started
sagging
that,
and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all women
some of that stuff we got to be done with all that, man.
Yeah, woman
but
told
as
me
a man. Huh?
I said, woman told a man with cute and tight jeans on.
Oh, yeah.
And they went crazy.
They wearing the same boots. And,
Yeah.
they kicking it. And it's like, man, they wearing the same thing. It's a lot of folks. They gonna talk about old Cameron made pink popular. No, he didn't. It ain't popular, bro. It ain't popular, man. You know what I'm saying? You do as you choose. It might look clean. You do as you choose. It's fresh. But, it's just certain things we don't do, man. When they say it's a boy, man, they don't go pink, do they?
No, not that I
They ain't
know
doing no
of.
baby blues and no powder greens. And, at some point, we got to know, man, look, hey, we falling into a trap, man. They see where the world going.
Yeah.
We see where it's going. That's because we keep sugarcoating and making it seem like it's all good. And you just, what we said in the back there, you just love on them. No, man, you gotta put. At some point, loving on them should be like telling them what they need to be doing.
Right, firm.
Whether you mad or not, if you got to go and get chosen to get that, that big stature, you know what I'm saying? We'll bring them on in there. You know what I'm saying? But we need to just start talking to these brothers, man, because that's what the problem is, man. I look at it like man in general is the reason why stuff thrown off. Just man in general. Like the ladies, they had their responsibility, but man in general.
Man in general, you right.
Just what he not doing has thrown everything off.
Throwing everything off.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
And the devil know that, man. He knows
Absolutely. That's why he playing so much of a division with the men.
Exactly.
You know, trying to cause so much of a
Exactly.
problem and a distress with the men. But you know, people like you, I commend because we got to go out and we got to show ourselves to be men first.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because you know, if you acting, you know, ladylike, that ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. Huh? Keep it real. Keep it real now. You can't be acting ladylike.
Dude,
you got to be manly yourself.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you how to stand up like a man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's
man.
what it's all about, man. You gotta go out here and, you know what I'm talking about. We got to be bold.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
We got to
You're
be
right.
bold. We ain't gonna
You're
play with. They don't like to see us coming no way.
No, because they know what they finna get. No gray area, just black and white. That's all you
When we
need.
get to the event, they gonna go to Kai, they gonna pull Stoney to the side.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
I ain't even finna be playing with him, bro. Just straight up. They'll say, hey, yeah, man, y'all got an event this weekend, man. We gonna come through. I be like, man, y'all ain't coming through.
Yeah.
I'll tell them right then.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't coming through.
Yeah.
Why you got to make such an impression like you supporting so hard? You know you ain't gonna be there.
Yeah. Man.
We gonna be there.
Where it gonna be?
Oh, we gonna buy them shirts. Hey man, make sure you have my
I
order
don't
ready.
think we got enough
Offer the
time for
pre-order.
Boy, that's a whole other story. God,
You know what I'm saying?
dog, that's a whole other story, Mark, man.
All the excuses in the world why they didn't make it.
Man, but they want you to come out and support them, but you come support them, and then they ain't nowhere to be
I
found.
know that right. They gonna give you 2-3 minutes. Ain't got nothing else to do the rest of the day.
Yeah, and if they ain't performing, they definitely ain't coming around.
But what?
What's the number one excuse? Man, something came
Yeah.
up.
No, I got to show somewhere else.
Something
Now you
came up.
usually put social media up all the time when you got a show.
Yeah,
I ain't seen none that day.
that right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
saying. But you know, that's
All of a
what,
sudden now you
gotta
got
call
one.
it.
We
Big
got to
stars.
call them, people.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Call
sir.
on in.
Let me put the headphones on.
oh,
Right.
Caller, you there?
We got a call.
Extension 4117. Oh, the extension number is 4117. So if you want to call in, make sure you get that extension 4117.
4117.
Yes. But until then,
There's the caller. We hear you.
hey,
Hello?
we hear you. Okay.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, caller? How you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you
Yes,
loud
sir.
and clear.
Oh, the extension number is 4117. If you want to call in, make sure you get that extension 4117.
All right, caller, talk to us. We hear you.
4117. Yeah. But until then, the caller, we hear you. Hello? Hello? Hey, what's going on, caller? How you doing?
Bro, this thing.
you might want to turn your radio or your phone down in the back. Hello?
Caller, are you there?
Well, he just turned off. Call back in and make sure you turn that phone down and radio down back in the back, and we gonna get back with you. But until then, man,
Yes, sir.
Chosen,
yes.
I got a question, man.
Yeah.
Now, I love this question because my dad, he jokes about it all the time. We come up with rap names, but I don't know how they come up with some of them. They got some wonderful names. Lil this, Lil that. I was just blessed. My dad named me Stoney, so that's how I got that rap name.
Oh, okay.
It's my middle name.
That
That was my middle name. He wanted me to have. He wanted me to have a. If I was a doctor, I'd be Nathan. If I was a sports player or a rapper, I'd be Stoney. So I got that.
What about the other name?
Tobias, that was just in case.
Okay.
That was just in case. So if something else came up.
That was the miscellaneous name.
So y'all got my full government name today. Y'all don't remember that. Anyways, Chosen, how'd you come up with the name Chosen? You may have had it before, you got into the gospel, but how did you come up with the name Chosen, especially when you hear Chosen so often?
Right.
Man, to be honest with you, I ain't know nothing about nobody had chosen. I didn't know nothing about no Christian rappers or anything. When I started rapping, it was this dude named AJ who started turning me on to a couple of Christian rappers, and that was like Lecrae, Bizzle, Seven, you know them rappers.
Right.
But I didn't know. I mean, like, be honest, I didn't know nothing about it. So I said, man, I like Chosen. Plus, I feel like I'm chosen to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it. And then I heard somebody say when I think the first song I put out, I said my name in it. And somebody say, well, you know, it's like 3 or 4 other cats named Chosen. I said, well, I'm gonna spell mine with a Z then. You know what I mean? Try to change it.
Right.
Then I find out somebody else spelled their name with a Z. I said, man, I ain't changing my name. We just gonna have to they gonna have to know who is who and just come at it like that. But you know, but like I said, I didn't know. So
That's what's up.
And the name just sounded cool, and I felt like I was chosen. So
Hey.
to do it. Yeah.
Definitely chosen. Hey, just look up Chosen, made for Christ. You go put that together.
Yeah,
you got it.
that's usually what I do. Yep, you're right.
Now, I ask this question a lot, but I gotta ask you because I'm just curious, man. I'm just very curious. Favorite artist growing up,
Wow.
and if you could work with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Tupac.
Okay, that was
Oh,
quick.
Tupac. That was my favorite artist. Favorite group was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay,
But other than that, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So now that we're at this point, man, and you know you've been in the game for a minute, like, what do you see next as far as, I mean, whether it be with the music or outside of the music? What do you see next for yourself, or the plans that you feel like God has for you, other than music, or maybe it still is with music or so forth?
Yeah, a little bit of music. I'm thinking maybe one more album, maybe. But my main thing, man, is to get a center, a teen center. They used to have one in Clayton, and I think when I found that got me out of a lot of trouble. It kept me out of a lot of trouble. And I realized that everybody was almost just like me. They had trouble, with their family or just, being picked on or whatever. I was bullied in school when I was younger. Man, I was bullied like a mug in school. I got in 8th grade, and when I finally let loose and hit somebody and realized, I could hit somebody and actually hurt them, but my main thing is to do a center, man, and to really pull kids to a center where they can just be themselves and be able to have a spot to hang out and teach them about God. So that's what I see in the future from that.
Some giving back.
Yeah,
Hey, we spoke about that being bullied before we came on air, and just
man.
the things or even the people that it create that we end up having to deal with because of that person being bullied.
Exactly.
And that being for whatever lifestyle you can imagine that we come across people living.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever lifestyle.
Yeah, whatever.
They the ones that's in, your positions in political positions.
Yep.
Those the ones that are your bosses in these big corporate organizations and so forth and so on. So,
Cops.
ultimately be careful how you treat people. You know what I mean?
real.
Because it will come back and haunt you, and you'll have to deal with that one way or another. So, just that word to put out there. Y'all be careful how y'all treat people, because y'all run into a brother like Chosen.
He gonna pray for you.
That's it.
Amen.
No hand. Nope.
But yeah, man. So I mean, as we continue, living our life for Christ, and these different people that we come across, different churches that we are in and out of, and so forth and so on. Like, from your experiences and encounters, where would you say like the state of the church is, man?
Wow.
From your perspective and just things that you encounter and deal with.
I feel like majority of the churches, I'll say out of 100%, I say from what my experience, about 80% has no power anymore. I think they don't lost their power because we don't allow so much in the church now. So much in the church. We got people
In the name
twisting.
of love.
Yeah, we got people twisting as pastors and singers.
Oh yeah.
And all this, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I ain't just
Absolutely.
talking about that, because we got pastors that's up there with 6 girlfriends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And got a wife, you know what I mean? We all this stuff, man. So I think we don't lost our power, man. I really do. You know, and I think that God is started with people like us that's not scared to go in the street. People like us that's not scared to stand up. It's the people, you know, when you go to church, man, everybody want to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And we some of us, most of us that's been there before, we're so quick to tell our fault and be like, man, I failed, you know? And I think God is using us to go out in them streets and talk to people. But I really think like the church has lost their power, man. Like some of them, most of them.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah, it's real critical.
Yeah, it is.
Real critical.
It is.
You know, we're talking about some things shifting.
Wow.
How it's gonna shift with no power.
Yeah.
They talk about all these changes. How is it gonna change with no power?
With no power, man. With no power.
It starts with the individual. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
And every man is held accountable to some degree. You know what I mean? As to the state of the church as a whole.
As a whole.
You know what I mean? Because one can affect the whole body.
Yeah.
And we read that in 1 Corinthians about, you know, everybody being effective in their position and making sure that, you know, we're playing our part.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, man. Before we wrap it up, man, you know, I'm going to ask you one more question, man. We're going to pass it on to Stone, man. Let him get us up out of here, man.
Okay.
But it's kind of piggybacking off a Cal question, man, because I was thinking about what the state of Christian hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, at this point. You know, like we was talking. You know, it's a lot of things going on. You know, people getting into Christian hip-hop and then, you know, they leaving out of it. You know, you got some Christian hip-hop artists cussing all on Twitter. You got some of them, like we just discussed, one announced he was
gay.
Yeah, he announced he was gay and So what do you think about the state of Christian hip-hop right now? Is it going to just fall off?
I think we're in trouble.
Definitely.
Unless, you know, they put some real people up there. And you know, you can tell by a person camp. If that camp slack, you know the people that hang around slack. You get what I'm saying? If that person,
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You can tell. And we need some real cats up there that's not gonna be in. That's not in it for the money, cause man, money gonna make you do whatever. You know, if you want, you know, you want to make a couple of $1 million, then you're gonna water this down, and you're gonna do this a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And we see what Lecrae doing. You know, and just being honest, we see what he doing, and his some people in his camp. I ain't gonna say all of them, but some in his camp. You see what they doing.
Yeah, you already see it all in the media.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're in trouble, man, unless we really have some people step up and really do what we supposed to do. You know.
I agree.
Yeah. So.
Well, Chosen, it's been an absolute pleasure today, man.
Man, what you talking about?
I just hate that the hour is up.
You know what I'm saying? That thing
Me
right
too.
through.
Now,
Me too.
before we get out of here, I'm hoping we can pull Yahweh up so they can hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that a little louder. I'm hoping we can pull Yahweh up so they can play that. But if not, man, plug the folks in one more time on your social media so they can go follow you, Made for Christ, and so they can hear the music as well.
Go to madeforchrist.com, the number 4. You go. We got everything on there. You can find everything about us on madeforchrist.com.
Awesome. And y'all remember, Monday nights, 7 p.m., the Aspiring Artist Showcase, right here. On 108 Praise Radio, man. I had to get that in there. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. And Keisha, shout out to you, man. You always listening. Happy birthday today.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good
That's
birthday,
what's
Keith.
up. Happy birthday. Y'all need to get a song y'all can sing when they have a birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No further than that.
He watched that one already.
That's some of that. I hear you, but
I'm trying to think about who will be doing the same.
Y'all have a blessed day out there, man. We'll see y'all next week, man.
He watched that one out real quick. Yeah.